Restaurants are about the consistency of excellence for their food, service, and ambiance. How a customer perceives his or her restaurant experience is a critical factor for the restaurant's success. There's a company here in Willow Glen that specializes in providing restaurant owners feedback from a customer's perspective. As we continue to explore the restaurant experience in Willow Glen, we are here at the dining patio of a Key, speaking with Mistie Lonardo, who's the president of EyeSpy. Mistie, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, how long have you lived in Willow Glen?
I've lived in Willow Glen for about 17 years.
And what is your restaurant experience?
I used to run a chain of restaurants for approximately 9 years as a regional manager, and then I opened EyeSpy 8 years ago. So I've definitely been in every capacity of the restaurant, from hostess all the way up to regional manager.
That's great. So tell me, what is EyeSpy?
So are you familiar with secret shopping?
I am.
Okay, great. So it's very similar to that. We send out what we call evaluators. They're trained in our sequence of service. So they'll go to a restaurant, for example, like a Keys. They'll come in, and from the time that they walk in until the time that they leave the restaurant, they are observing everything within their experience. That information is then provided through an online system, through EyeSpy, and it goes back to the owner of the company. And that provides feedback so they can see where there's improvement, as well as perhaps if there's acknowledgement, bonus programs, training that might need to be implemented as well.
Now, is that just for the servers, or do you actually have people that go back into the kitchen as well?
We evaluate the whole company. So we evaluate the bussers, if there's a cashier, if there's a server, the bartenders, the restrooms, the food presentation, everything that goes into that customer experience. So we do definitely focus on both front of the restaurant, meaning staff, and the back of the house, meaning kitchen.
So along with the secret diners and the staff that you have go back and take a look at the kitchen, you're also then providing consulting based on that information?
Yes. So for example, if information comes across where a server's not suggestive selling, not checking back in time, not offering desserts, not asking them for a beverage, things that really make a difference for the guest experience, that information we can go ahead and review as a company, as a consultant. I then sit down with the owner and the management team and make recommendations on where, perhaps additional training can come in hand. Maybe their training manual needs to be updated, just things like that, just really helping them to support them in the overall guest experience and enhancing that.
So where is EyeSpy located?
Well, it's actually right next door to where we're standing. So we're here in Willow Glen, and it's located above Blockbuster.
And it's been around for how long?
8 years as of August.
So why did you locate your business in Willow Glen?
Well, great question. I live here in Willow Glen and always have. So I love Willow Glen in the downtown area here off of Lincoln Avenue. And I got in contact with Michael, who's my landlord for my EyeSpy building, and just really, enjoy him as a landlord, as well as love Willow Glen. And I always kind of had this vision and dream of being able to walk outside my building and just be able to go to Noah's, go to Bagel, go shopping, go to the bank, just walk around and just be in the sun and just really enjoy a town. And I love Willow Glen, so what not better than to do it in my hometown.
What are some of the restaurants that you've worked with in the area?
We're based in California, but we are in 18 states. But as far as California, locally here, we probably do about 85% of the restaurants in Santana Row. So Straits, Pizza and Tika, Left Bank, the Consuelo, El Jardín, Thea, as well as here locally, we do Willow Street in Willow Glen. And then all throughout San Francisco, we have a few hundred companies that we work with in the San Francisco Bay Area. So, as well as we do about 90% of the restaurants in Los Gatos. So, this is our hometown, so we'd like to stay close so we can definitely meet with them on a regular basis.
Mistie, what is it you enjoy most about your job?
I'm very passionate about restaurants. I've worked in the industry pretty much my whole life. And I really like making a difference. So for me, I appreciate and I'm pleased that we're able to provide the evaluations to restaurant owners and management teams. But for me, it goes beyond that. For me, I really like taking that information and making suggestions or recommendations that are going to enhance their customer experience. And when I see little things where I might say, if you do this, it's going to, make a big impact and positive results in the company. And then they implement that, and they're so pleased, and we see huge results. And that's where it's self-rewarding for me, is seeing some of the differences that our company can make. So that's definitely where my passion and my drive comes from.
Mistie, if people want to find out more about your business, how would they contact you?
Definitely through our website, which is the EyeSpy.com. So and then like your eye spy. So we're EyeSpying on you .com. So that would definitely provide information on how to, a little bit more about our service, as well as how to become an evaluator. We also do restaurant reviews for the daily newspaper. So our reviews are also posted on there weekly as well.
Good.
So.
Mistie, thank you very much for joining us at Willow Glen in Motion, and we appreciate you telling us about EyeSpy.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.